Alright. I think I'm live now. I'm also pretty sure I have to like manually change the yeah. I don't know why. Every time I stream I have to like manually change the frickin' audio routing for my stream music. It's pretty annoying. I'm also going to pull up my own stream just to make sure that this is working correctly. Just to make sure. Before I send out the link. It says I'm live. Pretty annoying. That's my voice. Probably hear it there. Alright. Now I'm gonna put on some music, turn it down, and check if... Let me see if that's running through. I'm also going to pull up my own stream just to make sure I'm behind here. Hold on. Now I'm gonna put on some music, turn it down, and... Yeah, okay, you can hear that. Okay, there we go. We're good. We are good. We are live. I closed the tab before I'm stupid. Hold on. I'm a professional, guys. I'm a professional streamer. That's why I accidentally fucking closed the tab of my own stream before I copied the link. There we go. We are training it so good. Indeed. Can you like, just like F3 plus escape? Yeah, there we go. Now the game is paused, I can tab out. Hello, Zen. Hello. I wasn't sure if you were online because you're always like offline on Discord despite being online. I don't know why. I don't know why you choose to do these things. I don't know why you choose to act like this. Alright, let me okay, first I'll have to make sure that the playlist is actually shuffling, because for some reason, I don't know why, on YouTube, when you have a playlist and you click shuffle, it shuffles for the first one, and it says shuffles on, but then it just doesn't shuffle past the first song, so you have to, like, disable shuffle and re-enable it for it to actually start working again. It is the most broken shit ever. I don't know why it's like that. I do not know why it's like that. But anyways... I'm also not sure how loud this is. You got the YouTube notification? Cool. You can tell me if the music sounds too quiet or too loud. I can turn it up or down as you please. It's currently at... What do you expect from YouTube? Yeah, I don't know what I expect from the site that's owned by, you know, Google, right? Google, one of the biggest companies in the entire world, a multi-billion-dollar company. I would expect them to actually know what the fuck they're doing and implement a shuffle feature that actually works correctly. Apparently not. Apparently that's too much of an ask. Oh well. Womp womp. Okay, did this shuffle correctly? It did shuffle correctly. Let's fucking go. Also, I added a bunch of music to my stream playlist. I added a bunch of music to it. There's now over 190 songs on this playlist. Before there was only a bit, maybe a tiny bit quieter. I agree, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna decrease the volume of it on my side, just so it's quieter for both of us. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, I added, I capped myself. I capped myself at, adding too much Blue Archive music. There is only 100 Blue Archive songs on this playlist. That's my cap. I also added a bunch of Undertale, Deltarune music. There's some Risk of Rain stuff here as well. And I think Boneworks as well. Yeah. So yeah. Should be a lot of music to get through. May not get through all of it, because I'm kind of... I want to give myself, like, a cutoff for this stream, because dev streams usually go on for quite long. They usually go on for, like, over 2 hours. I think I might just cap myself at 2 hours, so it is currently... I don't make the phone on me, hold up. 140. It's currently 140. I'm gonna go until 240, and then I'm gonna stop. And if I go past 240, then you can yell at me. Yeah, anyways, let me fix my FOV. Alright, welcome to the world. We are HOing our A today. So, okay, what I have planned for the day is... Hello, Yeetabix, hello. Don't you have work today? It's a Wednesday, don't you have work? Are you watching this stream from work? Bruh. Anyways, I have some terraining planned for today. I'm not sure how much of it I'm gonna get through, but basically, this aqueduct, right? This goddamn aqueduct, it goes on for a while. This purple wool here is where I have planned out the aqueduct to extend onto. You may notice some of this is like clipping into buildings and Oncon. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna like move the buildings out of the way. So that the aqueduct doesn't just like squish them. Anyways, so it continues on. And it stops here. Because this is where I want to build a reservoir. Today's just going to be terraining. I'm not sure if I'm probably not going to get around to actually building the reservoir itself today. I'm probably just going to build a bit of terrain around the reservoir. But yeah, there's going to be a reservoir in this area here. Kind of like in the in-between of the autumnal forest, which currently has no trees because getting around to it. Ozero and the Kairos Pass. So we're going to be building up this, the terrain around the reservoir. I love when the government built an aqueduct directly over my house. I know, right? Isn't it amazing? Isn't it? That reminds me of, like, a couple years ago, I think it was at this point, where, like, the town was, like, rerouting all of the hydro lines in my neighborhood. And, like, oh my god, there were so many problems. Like, the whole thing took, like, 8 months for them to do. It was a pain in the ass, and, like, there were some days where I would go, like, turn on, like, the shower, turn on a sink in my house, and fucking dirty-ass water was coming out of it. Because, like, that part of the hydro line just wasn't connected correctly, and so a bunch of shit got in the water, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? No, it was great. I especially like the part where my fucking internet was out for like 2 weeks because while they were installing new hydro lines, they accidentally just fucking sliced one of like the internet lines that were underground. Because like some of them were underground instead of being above on like the, you know, the cables on top of like the street lamps or whatever, right? And so I just didn't have internet for like 2 weeks because the town couldn't do their fucking job correctly. Anyways, rant over. Back to HOA now. So yeah, there's a lot of terrain here. Between like Ozero, the Autumnal Forest, and the Kairos Pass that also needs to get done. A lot of this is very messy terrain. A lot because it was done not by me. It It was done by Yeetabix. And see, the problem with Yeetabix making terrain is that he's not very good at it. I don't mean to demean him. He knows I'm joking, but like, he's very messy. Like, okay, the Hellbogs was a pain in the ass to fix. I'm still not even finished fixing the fucking Hellbogs, by the way. Anyways. So there's some stuff, like, most of it is good. I like, you know, I like the slopes here. They're a little bit as too much of a 45-degree angle, but it's not worth tearing it all apart just to reinstall it at a different angle. Like, who cares? It still looks good. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna have to figure out, like, where the reservoir is going in relation to this terrain, in relation to the road, because the road, I'm pretty sure, has, like, 2 connection points. One in the suburbs here. My game is lagging, my god. The suburbs here, and then there's a road over there, in Kairos. This road here that it's also supposed to connect to, I believe. I guess this road will just, like, go here, then up, and meet with it, and this road comes across to there. It's something to figure out a bit later. There's also this terrain here, which, I really like the idea here, but it's pretty flat, and so I think I want to add to this area as well. So yeah, just a lot of terrain work. Maybe I'll get through all of it today, maybe not, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to remove some of these trees in the lower parts. I'm not gonna remove any of the trees up above there, but at least in the lower parts, I'll probably remove some of these trees to make space for, like, hills and rock formations and stuff. Actually, let me show you. I can go to that tool mask. I can show you kind of what I'm planning to do. Where's the shape tool? There's the shape tool. If I put it onto cuboid, I believe it is. Is it not cuboid? Oh, do I need to... Okay, there we go. Oh, this is a width, right? Okay. Why is it called width Y instead of length? Like, this is objectively speaking, this is the length. Why do they call it width? I don't know. Axiom is weird sometimes. Anyways. My plan is kind of have, like, some of these rocks here, and then just, like angle them. And also, like, make them thicker, because I think that's too thin. Yep. Something like this. Actually, I could turn on local gizmos. Just to make this easier. So, like, something like this, right? These, like, rocks, like, jutting out the ground, similar to these super big ones here, also similar to the basalt pillars, which... What the fuck is going on there? Like, there's gonna be so many moments throughout this stream where I look at some of this terrain and look how fucking deformed it is and just be like, what the fuck was Yeetabix doing here? Okay, Mulberry being Australian does not justify him not knowing what length is. I'm pretty sure Australians still know what length is. I don't think you need to be from somewhere other than Australia to know what length is. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking nonsense. Anyways, because you can rotate it, it'd still be the... my god, it would still be the length even if you rotate it. But whatever. I digress. Okay. Reservoir. I have... Cutting corners. Yeah, that's... I'm gonna hone in on this real quick. Hold on. Hey, Yeetabix. Why does all your terrain suck? Cutting corners. I am hyperbolizing, but... Cutting corners. Dude. What is this, a fucking McDonald's? Actually, okay, hold on. Here's another fucking story. You know what? I will admit, okay, I go to McDonald's sometimes, right? Because I live near a McDonald's. We're getting so off track now. I'm sorry. I haven't even done any terrain work yet, but anyways. Last time I went to this fucking McDonald's, dude, I ordered what, like, I always get. I ordered a quarter pound with cheese, fries, drink. Very simple order. How do you fuck that up? Very hard to fuck up, right? Anyways, my food gets, like, finished fast. I'm like, yo, this is some good-ass service. I've never seen it, come out this fast before. Which is something that only a fucking fat ass who goes to McDonald's would say. I'm not realizing. But anyways, imagine McDonald's. Yeah, imagine. Anyways, I'm like, yo, this food came out fast. I was hyped. And so I open it up, right? And I bite into my burger and I'm like, something's missing here. This doesn't taste right. And so I check the burger. I do a Kowalski inspection, or a Kowalski analysis, sorry, of the burger. And I realized something absolutely diabolical. These motherfuckers gave me a burger. They gave me a quarter pounder with cheese with nothing. There was no ketchup. There was no, like, pickles or anything else that goes on the quarter pounder cheese. They just gave me beef and cheese and bun, and that was it. And I'm like, no fucking wonder this food came out so quickly. It's missing half the fucking burger. Anyways, I may or may not be abstaining from going to that McDonald's again. So back to HoA terrain. I have a picture pulled up of a reservoir here. Imagine burger. Dude, imagine a burger with nothing. Like, hold on. Hold on. So, you know that one video, like, hey, Jimmy, get me a cheese with nothing. Like, that's how I fucking felt. Like, hold on. I need to find this video. It's like the Polio's, like, string cheat. Yeah, this fucking thing. This absolute fucking glorious video. This... this absolutely glorious video. This fucking video here. This is how I felt. Let me turn this up.
Hey, Fred, give me a pizza with extra cheese.
Extra cheese.
And hold the tomato sauce.
Hold the tomato sauce.
And hold the crust.
Hold the crust.
Hey, Jimmy, give me a cheese with nothing.
Nothing?
That's how I fucking felt when they handed me a burger with nothing. Hey, Jimmy, get me a quarter pounder of cheese with nothing. Nothing? Anyways. So looking at this image, actually, let me, I can do this thing, right, where I, like, add, like, a reference image in Axiom. How do I do this? How do I bring up a reference image? There it is. Oh, this is just straight up asking for... Okay, I have to save the image? Cringe. I can't just copy and paste it in? Cringe. Where did that save to? Gallery? Why is that the default location that Axiom looks at? Gallery. Oh, there it is. Holy fuck, it's really small. Let me blow it up here. This is the image of a reservoir that I'm working off of. You'll see there's water. Reservoir. Below there's some stuff. I don't know, it's gonna connect to the aqueduct somehow. And then, basically just mountain around the sides. So it's kind of like we need a... You can use annotate to have the image URL. Suck. So we're basically gonna build up a hill here, then put water in the middle. And, I'll probably, like, just connect to the edge of the land here where Ozero is. Actually, like, I could probably just make it just go all the way around and connect up all of this, which also means I probably should remove these trees. So, where is my, super tree remover? I like using this cylinder. Go gadget, super tree remove. Unfortunately, it does not remove the diorite or calcite from the birch trees. This is what happens when you use assets from a different map. I have to like manually fucking... Actually, I think I have to like add like the tag diorite. And then like... do that shit. And then do the same with calcite. And do that shit. And there's still some fucking mossy cobblestone left. There, now they're gone. Besides these two leaves here. There we go. The trees are gone. We've done it, America. Anyways, so let me use my favorite tool ever made in the history of mankind, which is the modeling tool. Yeetabix will yell at me for using the modeling tool for terrain. I don't care. It's very good. For terrain. Would recommend. The only problem with those is that it doesn't really do these curves well. That's fine, I can just do it in like multiple takes. Yo, can I not? My hands were off the keyboard for all of that. Anyways. Should also probably specify that I only want to replace air blocks with this. So yeah, this is the stream. It's gonna be, modeling it so good. They call me the modeler. Creator of the model. I could probably say even more, actually. Yeah, fuck it, let me just, like, put it up all the way to here. I did not mean to do that. Actually, yeah. I don't want that to cut back to there, so... Okay, well, that's good. So this is kind of like our base plate, and now I have to, put some points in the middle to basically bring it up. Alright. Oh. This edge here is like... There we go. This, honestly, like, this modeling thing is basically what I did for, like, most of the terrain around Ankon. Very cool tech, yes. I am showing off very nifty technology right now. I can just confirm there. Although I do want this to go up more. So let me, like... I'm kind of, like, plan this out. Actually, like, where is the annotation tool? Maybe this will help, maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know where it is. Where the fuck is it? There it is. I want to, like, outline. In, like, red. So it's like, we need, like, our basin. And then we need, like... We need, like, an Among Us here. You know what I mean? And then, like... You know what I mean? We basically need to do we need to build an Among Us. We need to terrain out an Among Us. Although it's probably gonna extend, like, all the way like there, to there. Alright, and then like the basement would be like I guess kind of like that. Among Us. Yeah. Although I don't want to like build the wall on a diagonal, I'm kind of realizing. So like the shape can be like that, but then like the wall needs to be like not on a fucking diagonal, because otherwise I will actually crash out and just end it all. So maybe like the wall was like here. Maybe it can even be bigger than that. Like maybe I can like extend this further this way. And then have the wall be like, well, I don't know. That'd be kind of tough to connect it up to the aqueduct. You know what I mean? Maybe like wall here, aqueduct there, right? And this is all raised up. This looks so stupid. This looks so goddamn stupid, but... So this is the plan. This horrendous-ass plan. Okay, I need to, like... How do I delete all this? Goodbye. So the wall is gonna go, like, here. Have you played Metal Garden before? No, I don't know what that is. You know, I could actually, hold on. I'm realizing I'd probably be smart to, Oh, I don't even know which one it is. I'm dumb as hell, bro. I'm stupid as hell. I think it's this one. Yeah, it is that one. Pretty sure it lines up like that, right? Yeah. I can remove the wool later. And then, the smaller part. There we go. So that's like one section of the aqueduct, so we need to figure out how the water is going to connect to here. Which I'm now realizing is a little bit silly if the wall is going to be this way and the aqueduct is facing that way. Wall here, maybe? With the wall here, then... This road, maybe I just fucking remove this road. Maybe I just rework where this road is, like... You know what, nah, I feel like this can stay here, like, I don't want to fuck with that, but, I do need to figure out a way to properly... Oh, sorry for that. Alright. I need to figure out a way to... Yeah, that's kind of where the wall is. I guess. Actually, I don't even know, like, how big even is, like, a reservoir wall? Like... How big are these, generally? Okay, I don't care about thickness, I care about, like... Bruh, I'm not getting any answers. Whatever. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Whatever. So, like, the bottom of the hill is gonna be at this level. Alright, that just makes sense. So, actually, I can just work off of that logic and just build up the ground around here. I guess we're gonna be like painting in broad strokes first, and then going over everything later with finer angles and whatnot. Dear God, it's doing so much math if I were to place the blocks. It's starting to generate a little bit of a lag. You can have a little bit of a lag as a treat. Actually, speaking of, something else that's pretty funny that I saw recently was, like, Mojang increased the recommended specs, or, like, minimum specs for Minecraft. Which is kind of disheartening, because, like, I heard that they were trying to switch from OpenGL to Vulkan. And I thought, like, that would improve performance significantly, but then they, at the same time that they're doing that, they're like, oh, by the way, guys, we recommend that you use, like, an RTX 2060 at the very least to play the game. I'm like, bruh. So I guess they're not improving the game's performance at all, huh? I guess not in that case, because what the fuck? I don't know. I mean, like, there's that point, but there's also the point of, like, well, it's not like an RTX 2060 is necessarily hard to get nowadays, you know? Like, it's became a meme that, like, you need this, like, very, like, powerful, like, fucking NASA computer to run Minecraft. Like, that's just, like, been a meme for a while now, I feel like. So, like, that's just being... I mean, like, okay, 20 series cards are probably hard to find, to be fair, but, like, a 40 or 30 series card is probably easier to find than a fucking 20 series one at this point. And those ones are just more powerful, so, like, you know? Hell, even, like, the 50 series, okay, a 50 series card, like, RTX, like, 5090 or whatever, is, like, easier to find from, like, retailers than a 40 series. It's kind of it's kind of weird. You know, like, the older cards are just harder to find. I think that it's because, like, NVIDIA just kind of, like, just buys out all the stock of their old cards and then just scraps them. Or it could just be because they're older, and so, like, they're not manufactured anymore. I don't know. I don't know the exact reasons for it, but... like, to be completely honest, I did kind of see it coming. I did kind of see, like, the recommended spec for Minecraft being increased, because they were severely outdated, to be fair. Like, the game has gone way less performant over time because of stupid-ass decisions where they just keep adding onto the game instead of going back and, optimizing fucking anything. Like, my god. 1.13 was really, like, the turning point for that, I feel. Which is crazy, because 1.13 released so long ago at this point. Like, we're on 1.21 now. Actually, we're past 1.21, aren't we? We're on, like, 1. Actually, they're not calling it, like, 1. Whatever. They're calling it, like, version, like, 26.2 or some bullshit like that. Like, they just completely scrapped the whole naming scheme and just came up with a completely new one. That just, like, refers to, like, the year that the update released, and it's, like, dumb as hell. Sea of Thieves as well. Dude, Sea of Thieves is, like, that one game where I always hear, like, people talking about it, but then whenever they talk about it, they just say, like, yeah, bro, the game used to be good. Kind of a similar situation to, like, Maple Story. Where, like... Yeah, everyone used to like it. Not anymore. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of just winging this right now. This terrain here. Trying to get to a shape that looks nice. This looks funny on the map. The devs keep making bad decisions. That just feels like every game nowadays. I'm gonna be like, I don't mean to sound like a pessimist, but like, dude, dude. I feel like there are so many games nowadays where we can just say like, yeah, the game's still fun, but my god, the devs make horrendous fucking decisions. Like, I showed you the reviews, the recent reviews for Blue Archive. It's not looking so good. Which is unfortunate. You know, I don't understand how hard it is to just, like, not fuck up a game. You know what I mean? Like, why does this keep happening? It's like a repeated, like, pattern of behavior from these developers to just, like, they're just like, yo, this game is lit, let's fucking ruin it for everyone. Like, oh, okay. What I might do, hold up. I'm gonna do something funny. A red wool. That's not actually wide enough. Needs to... Might just double it. That looks good. Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't need to actually try to improve a game again and again. You can just, like, leave it as is. But then there's kind of the flip side to that, where it's like the, you know, the game is really good, and then the devs just kind of stop updating it. I did not. Oh my god, a tool mask. Yeah. But then, like, okay, I'm gonna give you a counter example. Night Rain. Elden Ring and Night Rain, right? That game has not gotten a major update in a while. It has not gotten a content update since shortly after the DLC released. And I feel like even this isn't wide enough. Let me circle back on this. The Night Rain players, I feel like most Night Rain players, including me, kind of want more content, but it kind of sucks that, like, the devs are just not adding anything, so we kind of have to just resort to, like, modding the game to get more out of it. Which I don't really have anything against that necessarily. It's like, there are a lot of instances where the devs just, like, stop supporting the game, but then they just kind of, like, leave it up to the community to add more stuff through mods. And that can be pretty good. It was good when Motion Twin did it for Dead Cells. It was good when Landfall did it for content warning. So there are some good examples of that. You want more core gameplay loops? I see. I guess what I'm asking for is different in that case, because adding more core gameplay loops to a roguelike is, not really feasible, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, the mods for Night Rain are pretty good. I haven't played through a lot of them, but, from what I've seen, they're pretty good. Like, the mods just add, like, more Dark Souls bosses to the game. That's some fucking peak gaming right there, let me tell you. Absolute cinema. I want to figure out this side first. Yeah. What also sucks too is when there's just like not like native modding support. Like FromSoft will never add native modding support for their games. Like there's never gonna be like an Elden Ring Night Rain Steam workshop. Like let's be for real. With other like indie projects, that's usually the case. Where they have a Steam workshop, which is awesome. Like let me give the example of Dead Cells again, right? They have a Steam workshop. Which is pretty sick. Same thing with content warning. It's like, you know, if you're gonna, like, stop updating your game, you might as well add workshop support to it. I know that's, like, that's not something that's super easy to do, but it's good to do. Because you know what else isn't easy? Just adding more content. Yomi Hustle as well. Dude, I tried playing that game. Not for me. Not for me, that's all I'm gonna say. Probably because I just didn't really understand it. You can call it a skill issue if you want, it probably is. You're more of a watcher than a player. I don't even like watching it. Like, you know, when it, like, generates, like, the fight scene, like, after the fact, like, after someone wins, like, yeah, that can be kind of cool, but, like, watching someone actually play the, like, actual, like, gameplay part of the game is so fucking boring. Because it's boring to play. Like, I don't know, there's only a couple games that I prefer watching than playing. There's even fewer games that I enjoy doing both, watching and playing. Kind of equally. I don't know. In general, I feel like I like playing games more than I do watching someone else play a video game. Also, I just clued in, the same as Melee. Are you talking about Smash Bros. Melee? For some reason in my head I was like thinking just a game just called Melee. I'm like, that's not a thing. Well, okay, the thing with Melee is that, like, trying to get into Melee is, like, you basically have to, like, learn, like, fucking theoretical physics to learn how to wave dash. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm not doing that. Can't say that I've tried to get into Melee. I don't know. I got into Ultimate. Smash Bros. Ultimate is pretty good. But I haven't played in a while. Well, I think the thing with Ultimate, and the reason why I kind of don't really play it anymore is, like, I really don't have, like, any friends that play it. And that's, like, a big thing for me. It's, like, you know, the reason why I like Night Rain so much is because I have friends who play Night Rain. It's a really good game. The reason why I like Risk of Rain so much for the same reason, right? I know I'm just listening to roguelikes here, but come on, bro. Roguelikes are peak. It's like, if my friends do not play a game, then I probably also would not play that game. Unless it's like a really good game. But like, you know, even if it's like a really good single player game, I'm gonna at least try to get them into it so that they can play it too and then experience it for themselves and then we can talk about it. Like, there are some times where I just actually just prefer talking about a game than playing it. Like, there are some games where like I've talked about the game more than I have actually played the fucking game. I just removed some of this white wool here. I could probably give you multiple examples of that. Okay, then I want this to extend it this way. You feel me? Yeah. I mean, yeah, there are some games only I really play, but I would only, like, play them every once in a while if I'm bored. Like, I guess Slay the Spire is a good example of that. I like the game, but I really don't have any friends who played it. So, like, I can't talk about it with anyone, so I just don't really play it that much. Good game, though. I've not played the sequel, though. I probably won't, because I just don't really care enough. It's kind of hard to get someone into playing the sequel to a roguelike game, I feel. Because in most instances, the sequel is going to be very different in most respects to the first game. Including, like, the core gameplay loop, and, you know. In that case, just play the first one. It has the same gameplay loop as the second one. This is gonna be like our water storage. Maybe I can expand it. Hades 2? Well, that's another example of what I'm saying. It's like, the core gameplay loop of Hades 2 is really no different to the first game. I don't really care to play Hades 2. Like, I finished Hades 1, but will I play Hades 2? Probably not. Maybe somewhere in the future. Sometime in the future I will. And I understand that Hades is more of like a story-driven roguelike. Dude, I don't really care. I think I give a shit about the story in a roguelike game. I mean, sometimes I kind of do, but if it's good. But in Hades, it's like whatever. It's just Greek mythology. Seen it before 100 fucking times. I don't like how much of this shuts out. Yeah. Okay, let me just say, also, like, Hades is a good game, but it's a bad roguelike. It's gonna sound crazy, but I believe that 100%. I believe that it's a great game, but it's a terrible roguelike. And I think the biggest reason for that is that there's no fucking difference between your runs. Well, there is, but, like, there's not enough difference between your runs. You know, it's like, every run, you are fighting the exact same bosses. Right? Like, you know what the first boss is going to be. You know what the second boss is going to be. You know what the final boss is going to be. You know all that. In terms of weapons, you're very limited. There's only, like, a few weapons in the game to choose from, and sure, they, you know, like, have different, like, modifications to different things, but, it's not super distinctly different. You know, it's like, there's the sword, there's the shields, there's the spear, there's the bow, there's the gun, there's the fists. That's it, dog. That's all you got. Like, sure, your run can be different depending on, like, what, like, boons you get and, like, what build you do. Yeah, true. But everything else should also be different. You know what I mean? Like, I want there to be more than one first boss, more than one second boss, more than one final boss, maybe even, right? Like, compare that shit to Risk of Rain. Dude. In Risk of Rain, like, assuming you have the DLCs installed, your options for, like, a first biome, just the first biome, there's, like, 5 or 6 different, like, level 1s in Risk of Rain that randomly chooses from every run. It's like, no 2 runs in Risk of Rain are going to be the same in terms of, like, where you go to or what bosses you fight. Even with the final bosses, it's like you can choose which one you want to do. Same thing with, like, Dead Cells, right? There's multiple final bosses. Actually, Dead Cells is, like, even cooler, because with that game, you can more easily control where you go, right? Like, in Risk of Rain, it's like, it's just random, like, which stage you go to, unless you, like, pay to go to a certain stage. But Dead Cells is like, you just straight just choose. Like, do you want to go to the sewers, or do you want to go to, like, the promenade, right? And that's just, like, under stage 2. It's like, games like that, I fucking love. And also, it helps that, you know, Risk of Rain has a lot of playable characters, Dead Cells a lot of, like, weapons, and all of them have a different moveset. So there's, like, a lot more build crafting, a lot more choices, and that's what a good roguelike needs. And so Hades, good game. The story is good, the music is good. The roguelike aspect of Hades is the worst part of Hades. There's just not enough there. And I'm sorry, but I don't really care to do the higher difficulty settings in Hades if I can't actually, like, experiment with new things in the process. I can, but it's very limited. TIV is a bad roguelike, Zen. Like, let's get this out of the way, okay? TIV is not a good roguelike. Is it, like, good by Minecraft map standards? Yes. Am I proud of it? Yes, absolutely. But I think the worst part, and I've said this before, the worst part about the Imperishable Void is that it's a roguelike. Yeah. Yeah, good map, bad roguelike. I mean, you know, do I think that the map would have been better if it was not a roguelike? I mean, yeah, probably. But I think that what I would have wanted was just to remove the permadeath aspect of it, right? Like, it would still be like a linear map with linear progression. It would just simply not be a roguelike because it's not really something that's very replayable. A whole lot. So, you know, like, if I were to, like, make TIV today and it, like, wasn't for any ACC, I would just do everything the exact same, but then just not have permadeath. Simple. Well, I mean, I would also change some of the gameplay aspects to accommodate for that. To be fair. Like, the levels probably wouldn't be, like, randomly generated. Well, maybe. They would be, like, modular. But maybe not, like, randomly generated. Loot probably wouldn't be random. Maybe it would, I don't know. But yeah. I would just, like, add, like, checkpoints. So there's no permadeath. Because, you know, the thing with TIV is that, I had the vision for, like, the story and, like, the bosses first. And then I just kind of, like, shaped it into a roguelike, because that was the theme of the ACC, right? It's like, I came into that ACC with a bunch of ideas for a map that I wanted to make. And then I just had to say, shit, alright, I gotta make this work for a roguelike. And so that's what I did, right? Like, the original vision for TIV was for it to actually not be a roguelike. The only reason why it was is because that's what I needed to make for the ACC. Gaming. My music just fucking stop. Are you kidding me? That's the other. Okay. Why does YouTube do this? Where it, like, pauses your playlist and it's like, are you still watching? And I'm like, it's a playlist of music. You know what music is. YouTube can correctly identify when a song is, like, like, when a video is a song. So why the fuck can't it just say, like, oh, have you not tapped into YouTube in a while? Okay, are you listening to music? Okay, then I won't bug you. Because clearly you are still listening. Like, fucking hell, dude. Again, billion-dollar company. Billion-dollar company, they don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, Jesus Christ. Most basic shit they can't get right. It's unbelievable. I really also got a question, like, has no one else thought of that? What I just said, of, if you are listening to music, a playlist, then when it triggers the thing where you haven't tapped into YouTube in a while, it should check if you're listening to a song, and if you are, it should just not give that pop-up of, are you still listening, and then pause your fucking music. They're too busy counting money. They're too busy being a fucking stupid-ass company is what they're doing. My god. Yeah. I don't know. Am I crazy? Or, like, I like it. This is gonna sound crazy, but I like it when things work. Without me needing to, like, force them to work. I don't think that's something that's, like, a hot take at all. I think that's pretty reasonable. Insane hot take, yeah, truly. Why did I... Oh my god, because the fucking tool mask. I'm gonna kill myself. I love it when I just forget that I have a tool mask on. Yeah, I'm such a controversial figure. I simply just want YouTube to stop wasting my time. Honestly, dude. No, you don't report me to John Google. Who even, like, owns Google nowadays? Like, I don't even know. I don't think convex hull is the right thing to use for this. I think smart surface might be the correct thing to use for this. Perchance. I don't know, smart surface is so hit or miss. Okay, let me just... John Google the third, presumably. Yeah, true. John Google the third. Owner of the third, I don't know. What? Okay. That's what I mean. Smart surface is just sometimes fucking brain dead. Sometimes it's a really good, sometimes it's a really shit. I don't know. I do know that, like, Google wants people to, like, stop using the term Google. What the fuck is going on here? Holy fuck, Smart Surface is... Like, bruh. Tool is called Smart Surface. It is completely fucking brain dead and doesn't work correctly. Many such cases. Is convex hull actually just the best thing to use here? That pisses me off. Man. I want to just pick this removal color so it's easier to remove later. I'm gonna make it... It's not light blue. I've used that for, like, terraining. What about... Maybe not lime. I want it to be a color that's, like, not used to any terraining stuff. Gray. There you go. This is the wall. the wall. Just... Oh yeah, so I basically have to build up the terrain around the reservoir wall. I have no clue what you're talking about, Zon. I'm sorry. There's more what? I'm confused. Am I stupid? Am I just not understanding the joke you're trying to make right now? Like... Shit. What the fuck is going on? Actually, I kind of wanted to leave that, like, blank for now, because that's where, the part that actually connects to the freaking aqueduct is gonna go, which I guess just means I can build the ground beneath it, or just, yeah, or just build it. Wait, how do I do the thing where I'm trying to think. Shit, I have an idea. Actually, I should probably measure this out. Like, how many blocks is there between here and here? 18, okay. So that's 18 blocks, there we go. So, let me remember how this works real quick. You, like, select this, and then you click modify, then you click revolve. Yeah, you need, like, an anchor point. I don't know what you're talking about, Zen. Stop saying dumbass things, you're not even making any sense. Oh, I think I can just... Suck. Roll that is useful for something. Where the fuck my mouse cursor? There it is. Then I can probably just like... Can I click the cup button? Thank you. Check Discord in a second. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. You better send me a freaking zip bomb art, you know? Well, that's just not even... That's not right. Not even that. Oh. So how much further right do I push this point? Like, let's try 20 block. I see a DM. It is from Zen. Expiration date. Oh, a team. It's a TF2 meme. Oh, you gave me the timestamp as well. I see. What? What is this?
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
It
I see.
contains the dying wish of every man here. Scout, you did collect everyone's dying wish.
You bet.
Excellent. Gentlemen, synchronize your death watches.
What the fuck?
We have 70 hours to live. For most men, no time at all.
Wait, what was that? Was it just Scout just saying there's more, or? Anyways. Alright. Oh, this is... Huh. He is lead poisoned, by the way. That's canon. What? Why the fuck is it still... Okay, what if I rotate it? Fucking nope. How do I make it not on an odd number? Like, everything else is on an even. This is on an odd. Soldier. But Soldier, they got the loaded wings. Okay, is there like an option in the modify tool to like translation? I don't want a translation. I do this and it does some fun stuff actually. Yeah, see? Creates a spiral shape. Pretty sick. I don't want to do a translation, I just want it to fucking... So these still need to be moved over, I think. Like a little bit. Like 10 blocks. I don't know. I guess you're just not allowed to... Unless I click it on that one, maybe? Okay, I'm just gonna measure out these sides. That's just 21 block. I'm gonna... I do plan. And we take this. Cut. Move it in 1 block. There we go. You're welcome, America. There's no 20 blocks. Now I can cut, rotate, and now it should line up. And before someone says, technically it's not a circle. Now, you made an ellipse. Slypador. Is it, like, not thick enough? I think it's probably fine. I should move it, like, 1 block up. No one is saying that. Yeetabix fucking surprised. Oh boy, I wish you were right. Tool masks! You've done it again! God damn it, you done it again. You fucked yourself over by using a tool mask. You fucking idiot. There we go. Why did that cut a... I specifically was trying to fucking avoid that from happening. Look, block. Yeah, okay, yeah, keep existing. That's the thing. Keep existing. Now it should not do that. It actually not do the thing that I use a tool mask to try to avoid. Tool masks give us and tool masks take us away. Except that it's been doing a lot of taking away this stream. Yay! There's not a stupid slice cut through the wall. Oh, I missed a spot. There we go. Yay, we have the cable. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. Then I just need to build up the wall around there. I'm just gonna just delete that gray roll there. Just 1984 never happened. Nope, you didn't see shit. Alright, cool. Now I can connect this to the ground. Alright. Let's connect to the ground, although it is a bit... I forgot about the... What? Okay, hold on. Berries. Where do I... Keybinds? Dude, okay, is there not like a tools? There we go. Flood fill. Where's flood fill? Not bound. I had it on F before. It's always been on F. I love when Axiom just gets rid of your fucking keybind. It's like, what the hell? Also gonna need to like hollow out this. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can just hold on. I'm pretty sure this is easy to do. There should be a thing that just says hollow, right? Hollow. The hollow now? Yeah, it's hollow now. Fuck you, son. You're being mean to me. Now, to be fair, I don't actually think this whole wall here is 100% exact. That's okay. It's not gonna be here for long anyway. Could actually just get them move the wall up. Yeah, don't even worry about it, because, like, this wall is not here to stay. This is just to mark out where the wall was gonna go. See, you don't gotta worry about that. Alright, yeah. So I'm pretty much like bringing up the walls, the terrain up to where the actual like basin of water is. There's a lot of water here, I'm not realizing. That's gonna be neat. Imagine water in a reservoir. Don't be me. I would never have water in my the fuck. I would not. I cannot speak today. I would never have water in my reservoir. Why is that such a hard sentence to say? Have you checked out Absolute Regression? Nope. I don't know what that is. Oh, the thing you... What, in the Patreon chat? I guess I just don't remember them. Yeah. Well, then I suppose I just simply do not remember it. I can check after this stream. It's extremely peak. Suck. Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, actually. I'll be the judge of whether or not it's peak. If it's not peak, then, I don't know, you're not my friend anymore. I don't know. There's good writing. I like to see good writing in stuff in general, but it's pretty good. That reminds me of, I went to see the Backrooms movie. I thought it was really good. But I went to see it with my mom, and she just did not like it at all. I'm like, I think she's fucking crazy for not liking it. Like, her biggest complaint was, like, she just didn't understand, like, what the message or, like, the point of the movie was, and I'm like, I mean... I understand the movie leaves a lot up, like, a lot of unanswered questions, but it's, like, you know, by design, right? Because it's part of, like, the YouTube series. So... yeah, it is pretty good. I especially, like the scene with, what is it? When they're, like, in the back rooms and they're kind of doing, like the therapy, like, roleplay thing. And then, like, the pirate comes in. That scene is really good. Anyways, so now this is brought up, I need to bring it further in so it's not too skinny. Man, I like the memes around that scene as well of, like, Clark saying, like, stay in character. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. But there's also like memes I see where like Hark says like, "I like it here. I feel like I belong. I'm exactly where I think I need to be." Like me after solo queuing a ranked game. Yeah. I think the Backrooms movie was pretty good. I am pretty interested to see like how it ties into the ending of the YouTube series. I have no clue what Kane has planned out for like the ending of the YouTube series. Um, but I would actually like I like to see more things like that, like the Backrooms movie, where it's like, you know, async is there, sure, they're there, but they're not like the main focus. The main focus is on like just regular like Joe Schmoes and like their experience of like discovering the backrooms. Having like even if Kane just wants to make like a couple like short stories like that, I think it'd be pretty good because like that movie actually did like inspire me a lot with some stuff that I actually even want to do for HoA. Um, with the idea of like the average everyday people coming across these great mysteries and like horrors that are far beyond their understanding. It's kind of like Lovecraftian in a sense, except perhaps to a smaller scale. I feel like, you know, like Lovecraftian horrors are like super fucking big, right? Like with like Hastur was like the Lovecraftian like rendition or like reimagining of The King in Yellow. Yeah, like that Patreon post that I did like a little bit ago. Stuff like that I have a lot planned for. Yeah, you spent 6 hours on it because, okay, in my defense, I didn't realize like embedded links were just clearly visible on mobile. I thought you would actually have to like hover over the image to see the embedded link. And so, you know, it wasn't supposed to be super well hidden at all because it's really just the first post. That like the later ones are probably gonna have like much more like hidden secrets in them. But yeah, you definitely were overthinking it. But it's also kind of my fault for not checking if like if it would work correctly on mobile. I guess not working correctly is the right term, but like checking if you could just very easily see the link on mobile that you could. Oh well, now I know how to hide it for next time. What was I talking about? I was talking about the Backrooms movie. Yeah. Um. Kane just needs to like actually finish the fucking YouTube series now. Like, come on, bro. It's been many, many, many years since that thing started, and it's been a while since the last episode even. So like, we gotta tell him to get on it, you know. We need more. We need more content to fawn over and hypothesize over for 20 billion hours. He's in no rush though. I'm sure whatever he is planning for the end of the YouTube series is going to end up being really good. That's even assuming that he, like, wants to end it. I don't know, maybe it just goes on, maybe it's something that just, like, goes on, like, forever. The message was so cryptic they're looking for an actual secret. Haha. I tricked you into wasting your time. You fool. You've fallen for the classic blunder. The one thing that I actually will criticize the Backrooms movie for, and this is like, it's not even like a super deep criticism, it's just kind of like a personal thing, like a personal preference, is that like, personally, I would have enjoyed if there was more found footage segments, honestly. Like, there were a couple, and they were really good, they were the best parts of the movie in my opinion. I wish there was more of the found footage stuff. But again, that's more like a personal, like, it's not even like a slight against the movie, that's just like what I personally would have liked to see more of. And what's the other movie that I was also thinking of? Obsession, which was also made by a YouTuber. I haven't seen that one yet. I want to, because I'm kind of like, I'm 2 for 2 now on enjoying, like, YouTuber-made movies, like, between, The Backrooms and Iron Lung. So, like, Obsession, it's probably also pretty peak. I've heard good things about it. Although I also heard that it's a bit too scary, which is like, are you a pussy? Nah, give me all the scary. I need my horror slop. Waiter, more horror, more horror slop, please. But yeah, as for that Patreon post, planning to do more things like that. Yeah, this is just horror slop. You only like it because it's spooky. This is just quality slop. You only like it because it's good. I am planning on doing more Patreon posts like that. I actually have some planned out. I actually need to, like, get around to actually finishing the script for the next one. It's like 75% done, but I left unfinished for like a week now. I need to get around to it. Maybe sometime this week if I'm not busy. I don't know. It depends. Well, it depends if I'm busy, and also depends if I feel like it. God, we've been going for, yeah, over an hour and a half, maybe like an hour and a half of just training alone, right? And you can kind of tell just how long it takes to do terraining on this map, honestly. Like, this is It's like an hour and a half worth of work. There's still like all of this to do and connecting the roads up and actually building the reservoir. This map takes a lot of time. It's a huge time sink. Let's be so for real here. This map is a huge fucking time sink for me. Not to say that I don't enjoy it, I do. But I have to realize that, things are slow. Sometimes. Because I also, like, I'm trying to work on this at the same time that I'm, like, working on the next devlog, so, like, yeah. There's only so much you can do in a day. I do... Yeah, I want to expand this out. I think that, like, around... You see this kind of like this ridge around Ozero that kind of just stops here where it transitions into this part here, then there's the suburbs. I think I should just extend the cliff to cover like all of this. So that the road kind of goes this way and then cuts down. Then that way. And this road here can go that way, and then it can actually cut across through Ozero to there. Or maybe, like, just... Yeah, and then it also needs to connect up to here. You need to connect these roads to that one, and then this main road goes to Kairos. Check Discord again in a second. Uh-oh. What is this, dude? Yeah. Okay, you sent me another one. Why did you send me another one? Stop saying me Shizun. Stop being funny. Humor is illegal. I have decreed. We like that. Yeah, it's gonna stay up, and then it's gonna. Okay. Guys, I have a plan. Do what? My plan? Watch. No. I'm working. Do not distract a man who's on company time. He is locked in, yes. Respect the hustle. Exactly. You gotta respect the motherfucking hustle, bro. This cliff is really fucking tall. I mean, what else in HoA is not huge as fuck, like... We've seen the rest of this map. more. Alright. Yeah, okay, and then, like, this road is gonna go straight ahead, which means I'm gonna clear out some trees, which is okay, but also means I can, move out this cliff further. Like here. I gotta be somewhat careful, but... Actually, no, like, not that far that way. Yeah, no, I just... try again. It was looking weird. Yeah, I do think convex hull is like one of, with like the line tool or path tool, whatever you want to call it. This is like, this modeling tool, my bad. The modeling tool. It's like one of the fastest and easiest ways of training. It does make stuff look very angular, but that's what smoothing it. That's what the smooth tool's for. Just smooth out the rough angles. I'll still, like, to be fair, you can get like smoother angles with the modeling tool if you just add more points. And you know what you're doing with it. Yeah. And the idea is like there's kind of gonna be like more like cliffs along the side here, that are kind of like jutting out. I might not do overhangs, because overhangs are kind of a pain in the ass to texture, but I could do overhangs actually. I don't know. I'll do it if I feel like it. Like, just imagine, like, you're driving, you see, like, this cliff on one side and, like, this on the other side. This map really just has a lot of set pieces. It's a very, I guess, in-your-face kind of approach. Okay. And then one other thing I have to do is, like, where the ground meets the mountain, I kind of need to, like, smooth that out, I guess, is what you call it. I kind of just, like, just do something like this, where you just add more material to the bottom. So it, like, it looks like the ground is, like, naturally moving into the cliff. And, so it's not too, like, jarring of a jump in the elevation. This would be like one. There you go. Now it's like... Now, of course, there's going to be some elevation here as well. But, it's not like a super huge jump in elevation now. It's kind of the main point of that. Yeah, so this cliff here is kind of like going down in step, and the idea is it's gonna like basically just naturally reach the elevation over here, so it's kind of gonna like gradually build up. And this way I can Jedi more, but I might just lay down the main cliff first. Yeah, this one can be really fucking big, why not? It's one of those where I just gotta like put that down and then build on top of that. Alright. Bullshiters are... That's... Blah. Again, I cannot speak today. I don't know what's gone into me. There's that part, is what I was trying to say. My god. How long have I been going on for? Oh, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Well, I mean, I said I would, what, I said I was up at 3:40? It's 3:30 right now. Alright, 10 more minutes. I know that, I know that we're not even close to being finished, I know. But I said that I wanted to do a cutoff of 2 hours. Also, I want to have lunch, so. Yes, I know. You're just looking at this point? That's totally fine. Larkin is A-okay. I know that having lunch at like 3:30 or like 3:40 is probably late for most people, but you see, I do this fun thing called not not being employed. And so I get to wake up at like noon. And then I have lunch pretty late. And I 10 would recommend. Yeah, okay. So this hill has now pretty much reached the point where it's like level with the rest of this. So I think that's good. I'm gonna spend the next like 10 minutes just making this beefier. So like, okay, so this road is gonna go that way, and then it's gonna cut down around here. So all of this space I can fill in with more cliff. Waking up early is good for you. I mean, I am gonna have to wake up early, next Friday. But that's because I have stuff going on. I'm gonna be away for the weekend. That's kind of what it is. It's like I wake up early when I have to. Otherwise, nah, I'm sleeping in, bro. You know, if I just like... Do I have time to block out where the road is going? Actually, yes. Go gadget purple bowl. Just take like... this. Then just stack tool. Oh fuck, not that way. You know, waking up, you're right. Like, objectively speaking, no, you're right. That, like, waking up early is better for you. However, have you considered the fact that, I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say, like, I was considered the fact that I don't really care, but it's like, well, I probably should. Yeah, dude, it's like sometimes sometimes my body does decide to wake up early, then I actually, like, I get, like, a bunch of shit done, and I'm like, holy fuck, it's only, like, 1 p.m. And I'm like, damn, I feel productive. And I kinda fuck with that. But then there's other days where I wake up at noon and I'm like, I don't wanna fucking get out of bed. I think I am just, like, describing symptoms of depression right now, so that could be the explanation. I mean, it probably is. You think my fucking depression is funny, then? Hmm? That's a Mitch. How dare you? At least my sleep schedule isn't, like, totally fucked like it was a while back. There was... Oh my god, there was this one fucking time where, like... I had someone show up at my door because they were concerned because I, like, just wasn't, like, responding to any of their messages or whatever. And I'm like, dude, why aren't you responding to me? And then I was like, oh fuck. I was asleep. And I slept, literally, until, like, 6 p.m. the following day. It was bad. Like, that was kind of like an oh fuck moment, like a, what do you call it? Like when you get pulled down to earth. Where, like, you realize how shitty your sleep schedule is when someone gets unironically concerned about you because you aren't returning their messages, and that's because you fucking slept from, like, I don't know, like noon to 6 p.m. the following day. Something like that. Listen, in my defense, I don't know, I was on break, so... So... It totally justifies me fucking wrecking my sleep schedule. I was on a break. Yep, totally. You feel me? You probably shouldn't. It's not good. If you sympathize with that story or relate to it, then that's not really a good thing, but I digress. Dude, you don't... Okay, there would be... Nah, let me tell you. In my last year of high school, I would have... I think it was like my second semester. So literally like my last semester of high school. I had like a couple of classes in the morning, and then like I had nothing in the afternoon. It was like my lunch period and then a spare. So like literally I would be done school at like noon every day. So I would just go home at noon and then just sleep more. Like that's what I would do. Like I would get shitty sleep that night. I would get maybe like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, sometimes even less than that. And then I would just go to school and then come home at noon and then go back to bed. And then wake up a couple hours later. To be honest, that was the most fun I even had being in high school anyways, was when I got to go home early, so... Yeah, I have definitely fallen asleep in class many, many, many times before. Oh well. Although, strangely enough, I never... Like, when I had a spare, but then I had it, like, a class after the spare, I would never fall asleep while on my spare. Because I feel like my thought process was like, well, shit, if I fall asleep while I'm on my spare, I won't wake up for my next class, so I have to stay awake. Alright. This cliff is, the shape of this cliff is coming along pretty nicely. I mean, this side needs a lot of work, to be fair. It's, pretty angular and flat. But in this lower part, it doesn't need that much work done on it. And then there's all this that I don't necessarily want to overhaul, I just want to add to it. What is a spare? Oh dear, is this a cultural boundary? It's just a free period. Where, like, you just don't do anything. Because, like, you would need, like, a certain amount of credits to graduate. And so, like, your last year, you would have less classes, because you need to get less credits in your last year, right? And so, like, you would just have, like, one period per semester that's just off. Like, you don't do anything for that period. Yeah. Totally different education system, so I don't know. Yeah, probably. Because we're comparing, like, Ontario to Turkey, so probably is pretty different, I would imagine. Yeah. Anyways, we have hit the 2-hour mark. And even though I am not done... This is a credit system? What is this, China? Okay, you get a credit for passing a course, so your credits are just the amount of courses that you have passed. Okay? Anyways. We've been going on for over 2 hours, actually. And so that's my cutoff. I will be continuing this another day. Maybe not this week, because I am away for the weekend. And so I probably will stream more of this next week. Yeah. There you go. That's everything for me. So thank you for watching the stream. Thank you, Zen, for sticking around for this long. And thank you to everyone else who joined in along the way. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.